What is up, guys? We are back with another workout. So today we're going to be focusing on mobility. So we've done strength, we've done hypertrophy, and we've done explosive work. And I like to tie all of that in together at the end of the week and do a little bit of light movement, some mobility work. So we'll be focusing a lot on hips, a lot on overhead strength and stability. We'll be focusing on core, just doing bigger ranges of motion with lighter weight, tie together your week and end on like a lighter note, so that way you can move stronger through bigger ranges of motion. You can obviously go heavy on these movements, but I like to pick a moderate weight, so something a little bit lighter than I normally would, just so that we can focus more on like the movement itself versus going heavy and pushing hard, because I like to call this meathead yoga, essentially. So you're putting yourself through bigger ranges of motion, like kind of uncomfortable positions sometimes for some people, and you're doing it with lighter weight, so you can really focus and move with intention and really get the desired effect out of this that you're looking for, which is just to move better in general. So I'll be starting with a 24 kilo bell, and I'm going to grab a 20 kilo for one of the movements, and those will be the two bells that I'm using this time. So you can grab your kettlebells, get ready, and we'll start this mobility work. So the first movement that we're going to do is going to be a toe squat. So you'll actually be up on your toes the entire time. So it's ankle strength, foot strength, and it provides a lot of mobility in the lower portion of the squat because you're going to drop as low into the squat as you can possibly go. So remember, you'll be on your toes the entire time, and if you can't stay on your toes throughout this entire lift, it's okay to drop to your heels and then come back up when you go into your squat. So we're going to start with the bell between our feet, just like we've done with the two-handed clean. We'll clean it up to the goblet position, so right in front of your chest, holding it just off your chest. You're going to get onto your toes, and you're going to drop as low as you can into a squat. Hold it for a second, and then come back up. Bells between the feet. Push your hips back. Bring that bell up high. Get up onto your toes. Try to stay on your toes, and drop as low into it. Driving your knees forward. Hold it, and then come back up. So we'll do 8 reps, and we'll do 4 sets of 8 with this. Remember, you're gonna hold it at the bottom for about a second, maybe 2 seconds, and then come back up. Remember, you can drop your heels if you need to, but try to stay on your toes the entire time. We'll do our first set, and then you guys can do the other 3 sets on your own, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. So here's set 1. All right, so we just did 1 set. You're gonna do 3 more sets, and that's gonna be 8 reps. You can bring it to 10 if you feel like the weight is really light, and if you wanna push yourself a little bit harder, hit 10 reps. Like I said, this isn't meant to be super heavy. It's more like intention. So you're gonna focus on driving your knees forward, staying on your toes, keeping your feet strong, and then pausing at the bottom, and then coming up fast, and really flexing your quads. So that's the first exercise. And then we'll move on to exercise number 2 after you finish those 4 sets. All right, we have done the first move, which is a toe squat. Now we're moving on to the second movement, which is a half kneeling windmill. So half kneeling, one knee on the ground, other foot flat on the floor. You grab a mat if you need one. I went a little bit lighter on this one. So I got a 20 kg for this one, so a 44 pound bell. So you're gonna start with the bell in front rack, press it overhead, open up this hip if you need to. You're gonna drop this hip back, look up at the bell, drop your hand down to your forearm, and then back up. So hip back, hand down to the elbow, and back up. Now when you come up, you're gonna squeeze your opposite glute, so the left glute, to straighten yourself back up. So you're back upright. Keep this arm extended the entire time. Look up at that bell the whole movement. Drop the hand down, lower to the elbow. If you have to, you can push yourself back up, but try to use your glutes and your hips to bring yourself back up. So, one more time. Down, back up. So we're gonna do 6 reps on this side, and then we'll do 6 reps on the other side, and the same thing, we'll do 4 sets total, and that's 4 sets on each side. So it'll be 12 total reps, but only 6 on each side. So we'll start off with the right side. I'll do 6 reps with you, and then the left side, 6 reps with you also, and then you'll do the other 3 sets of 6 on your own. So we'll get started now. Also, if you need to, you can use a pad, a block, like if you have a yoga block, you can also use that to drop to your hand. So you can either drop to your hand instead of going all the way to your elbow if you just work on mobility, or if you have a yoga block, you can set it down and drop down to it so it shortens the range of motion. But we're gonna do this for 6 reps on each side. So follow with me if you want. Remember, if you're wearing a watch, flip it around because you don't want to slam the bell obviously on the face of your watch. So same thing on this other side, you're going to open that hip up, you're going to drop this hip back, and then you're going to squeeze with your right glute to bring yourself back up. So remember, keep that arm extended the entire time, keep an eye on that bell, and when you're at the bottom position, you want to be stacked. So you want both of your elbows stacked and in line. So we'll do 6 on the left side. Drop to that hand and down. This one is a gnarly one, obviously. It takes a lot of mobility in the hips, really a lot of core strength involved too, and then obviously you have to have pretty good range of motion in your shoulder, so start really light. Even if you have to start without any weight, that's fine. Just make sure you start light and you can work your way up in the following sets. So you're gonna do 3 more sets of that, so 4 sets of 6 on each side, and then we'll move on to our next movement. So the next move that we're gonna do is gonna be focused on shoulder mobility and stability, and this is a halo. So you'll start with the bell in front of your chest, upside down. You'll be holding the handle, and you're literally going to open your elbow up, rotate around your head, open the other side, and go back to center. So you'll go one direction, the other direction, and we're gonna do 6 reps total on each side, so it'll be 12 total reps. So that means you're gonna end up doing 4 sets of 12, 6 each direction. So you can do one side and then the other, or you can alternate. I like to alternate and just knock it all out at once. It's really up to you, and just like every other movement, start really light with this one. Work on that range of motion. Make sure you're getting that bell all the way around behind your head. You can wear a hat. I'll wear one, just be careful. Sometimes you'll knock it. It's a little annoying sometimes, but I still wear it anyways. I'm pretty good at navigating around it. So the biggest thing is just to keep your core tight, stand up tall, really good posture. Open up those elbows when that bell goes around your head, and we're gonna do 4 sets of 12 total reps each direction. So it looks just like this. The bell's in front of you. Rotate. Whew, that is a burner. All right, so you should have finished your halos. Now you're gonna do 4 sets, like I said, of 12 reps. You can drop it to 10 if you really need to. Pick a lightweight, start slow, work that mobility, work that range of motion, and you can always move up in weight as you go on. So for this one, we're gonna do a suitcase B stance, RDL to march. So a little bit of core, a little bit of stability, a big hinge in the hips, nothing super crazy. We're gonna go for about 10 reps, 12 reps on each side. Pick a weight that's pretty moderate. Like I said, you can use the same kettlebell, just focus on going slow, really intentional movement. When you get into the march, which I'll show you guys, just kind of hold that position for a minute, keep your core nice and tight, and every movement, every rep is gonna be done really focused with intention. Obviously, like I said, with like a moderate to light weight. So this is what it's gonna look like. You're gonna grab your kettlebell at the side. You're gonna get in a staggered or V stance. So this foot's firmly planted down. This foot, you're on your toe. This leg does most of the work. Good posture. You're gonna drop that hip back. As soon as you feel a stretch in your hamstring, you're gonna come back up, and then you're gonna raise up onto this leg, hold it for a second, and then go back down, bring that toe to the heel of the other foot, and then do it again. So let's do it from the side. Remember, good posture. This foot, right foot, firmly planted on the ground. This toe, it's just there for moral support. You're gonna hinge back, feel a stretch in the hamstring, come back up, and then bring this leg up. Have that toe pointed out. Try to bring this leg parallel. Hold it for a second, and then back to the starting position. So we're gonna do 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps on this one, and that's 10 to 12 reps on each side. So 4 sets each side. So make sure you pick a weight, like I said, not super challenging, and just go with intention. Keep that core tight, maintain good posture. Try to focus on just driving off this one leg. Remember, when you're going to do that RDL, just a slight bend in the knee, you're gonna drop that hip back, a little bit of a knee bend. As soon as you feel your hamstring get tight, that's your cue to come back up and then bring that opposite leg up into a march, hold it, go back down, and then start the movement all over again. So we'll do 4 sets of 10 to 12 on each side. We'll start that now. So we're gonna switch to the other side. If you need to take a minute or so, you can. So try to take about 30 seconds if you need to, or you can just jump right into it, whatever you wanna do. But we're gonna do the same thing. We do 10 reps on this side, so we'll match it, do 10 reps on the other side. So same thing. Weights at your side, good posture. This foot's here for moral support. Most of the work is being done by this left leg. We're gonna do 10 reps. Whew, that one is a burner. All right, guys, so we just finished up a mobility-focused workout. So now you guys have a better idea of how I train myself, how I train my clients. I do like a strength day, an explosive day, a hypertrophy day, and then I'll do a mobility-focused day like today, with a little bit lighter, maybe some moderate weight, more intentional movement, more really focused style movement, working on different aspects like hips, shoulder, stability and mobility, and There's always more progressions of these movements that you can do. I have a lot of this stuff on my social media accounts. I'll put a link to my Instagram on this description, and you guys can go check those out and see all the different varieties of all these different movements you can do. There's so many different variations, so many ways you can train with kettlebells, which is why I really, really love it. It's honestly really fun. I've never had more fun training with these than I have with any other thing, with any other tool, and you can take it pretty much anywhere with you. Get a workout in at the park, in your backyard, in your living room, anywhere, literally. So it's probably one of the most user-friendly tools I've ever had as far as like functionality and then being able to use it literally anywhere. So now that we're done with this workout, we'll go back to the house, get cleaned up. I'll show you guys what I eat to fuel myself. Obviously, we'll be knocking out one of these Flex Pro meals because they're super easy, super convenient. Lots of protein, lots of carbs, a little bit of fat, just enough to fuel all these workouts that I do. I'll take you guys to the house to show you that, and then we will wrap it up. See you guys there. What is up, guys? Just got home, got back from the gym, just finished showering, about to grab some food. So I've got two from Flex Pro meals right here. I've got the prime rib and I've got the island rice and beans together. It's about 58 grams of protein, about 50 grams of carbs. I really like these bulk orders over their pre-made stuff because I can pick my portion sizes how I want to. So I can do 2 sides of protein, or I can do 2 sides of a side, so carbs, whatever my choice is. I'm gonna go with the rice and the rib right now because it sounds really good mixed together. Just one this time of each one because I'm not super hungry and I didn't go like crazy hard in the gym. So we'll throw this together and I'll show you guys the finished products. Alright guys, I just finished cooking this prime rib and island rice and beans, and it looks here. I'm gonna destroy this real quick and get some work done, but you guys check out Flex Pro. Honestly, I love them. Super easy, really easy to track your macros if you're tracking. Really easy to get your meals. They come in like 1 or 2 days after ordering. Super fast, super convenient. Really, really tasty. Real easy to mix and match if you go with the bulk orders, or you can do the pre-made meal and just eat it that way, however you prefer. They got you covered. Really good, really tasty. I'm gonna scarf this down and I'll talk to you guys later.